up? It's me, Brianna, and I am back with another video for you guys today. And welcome back. If you guys are new here, I'm Brianna. Please subscribe if you haven't already and if you like the video. But in today's video, I will be filming my What's in My Backpack video for another video in this year's back to school series. You guys really seem to love this annually when I post it. If you would like to see last year's What's in My Backpack, I will link that on the screen and also down below for you guys, so you can go check that out after this video. But without further ado, I don't want to make this intro super long. I'm going to show you guys what I'm keeping in my backpack this year and all of my essentials. So let's go ahead and get started. So I guess I'm just going to start by showing you guys the backpack that I have this year, which, my goodness, is it heavy. I can never stray away from my backpacks not being heavy because no matter what I do, no matter what I try to do, my backpacks are always so heavy every single year. So yeah, I can't get away from it. I have so much stuff and so many textbooks and things like that. But anyways, this year's backpack that I decided to go with is actually the new pink by Victoria's Secret collegiate backpack. I really like this one because of the space. I purchased it because I used to have a North Face backpack last year, which was in last year's What's My Backpack, and it was okay, the space in it, but I really wanted something with more compartments or pouches, if you will. So I got this one just because it does have, as you can see, a wide variety of pouches and compartments. They come in a bunch of different colors, but I actually chose to just get the gray, white, and black color. I really like it, and it has padded straps. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into what is in each of the compartments or pouches, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so starting off, there's this pouch down here. This is so hard to hold up, you guys. I'm about to get a workout in this video. Actually, you know what? I guess I'll just start out with my water bottle, because that is what is right here. No matter what I do, I always have to have a water bottle at school. So I just have this one. This one's one I actually got in Alabama. If you guys didn't know, I was born in Alabama, but I live in Ohio, so my whole family's from Alabama, so they're crazy on Alabama football. My mom got this for me, so I use that as my water bottle because I really like it, and it's pink, so it goes with my backpack, but it's really awesome. But you really want to make sure that you stay hydrated throughout school, so I definitely recommend keeping a water bottle in your backpack, or a just water that you can refill if you don't want to use a water bottle. So definitely do that because you really do need to stay hydrated, especially during school. You don't want to be dehydrated. So I think I'm going to start by showing you guys what is in this pouch right here. I really like this bottom pouch because in here I just keep my things like my car keys and my sunglasses. So right here I just have my Ray-Bans that I keep because when I'm driving, especially starting school when it is still bright and sunny outside, I cannot live without my sunglasses. Even sometimes in the fall, like, I just like driving with polarized sunglasses better than I do anything else. And then I also just keep my keys in here as well, with my driver's license, money, emergency cash, things like that. I take that to school, obviously, because I do drive to school, so that is definitely a necessity that I need in my backpack, and I do need to have a place for it, so I like to keep it in this pouch. And then the cool thing about this backpack is it has like a little zipper right here in the front as well, and this is actually just where I will store my phone. So if we can't have our phones out in class for whatever reason, this is a nice place that I can store it in, that's small and compact, and it fits in there. If you guys would like to see a updated What's on my iPhone, definitely comment down below or like this video. But also in here I keep stuff to go along with my phone, such as like headphones and then a portable charger. This is definitely a must for me when it comes to having an essential, because I feel like, you know, most schools, I know my school at least, does not let you charge your phone in their outlets, so definitely invest in a portable charger. Mine is by the brand Hisy, Hisy, and I got it off of their website, and they also come in like FabFitFun boxes, I believe, but this is by the one that I have, but you can really get them from any brand. You can even get them at like a Walgreens or CVS or a drugstore that you have near you. They sell them quite frankly anywhere, but I definitely recommend keeping one of these in your backpack so your phone can stay charged if you have one. So then right here in this next little zip around compartment, another thing I like about this backpack is the compartments in here all zip around, which I think is really awesome. So ba-bam, I'm going to show you guys what's in here. So I like how this backpack is netted so things won't fall out. It's not just like you're putting it in a pouch where things can just rumble around. So it is a zipped up netted pouch, and in here I have some pencils that are unsharpened. They're just extra pencils that I like to keep in here. So the ones that don't go in my pencil pouch, or the ones that aren't easy for me to reach, I just have in here to have as extra ones. If you guys would like to see my back to school supplies haul to see everything that I got, that is also linked down below and will be linked on the screen for you guys. But I just keep these in there once again just to have as a backup. Also, if someone for whatever reason needs to borrow a pencil for me, it is in there. So definitely recommend keeping extra pencils on hand because you never know when you're gonna need some. My arm, you guys, I cannot express to you guys how tired my arm is getting right now. But next in here, I'm pretty sure it's just dry erase markers and pencils. So I have a couple of Expo markers or dry erase markers in here as well. And then I also just have some extra mechanical pencils. So those were just regular pencils. And then right here, I just have a couple colorful mechanical pencils just to have as a backup and extra. Because personally, I like to keep my extras somewhere in my backpack if I have room for them. And then I like to keep the ones that I use the most, like pencils and pens and stuff, like, you know, in my pencil pouch or with me in my binder, things like that. But I keep extra ones always in the pouches of my backpack. So then we have another compartment to still go through, you guys. I know, it's crazy. But this one right here is pretty big. And the thing that I like about this backpack is like how deep it goes. Like I can almost stick half my arm down there, which is awesome because I'm super tall. I have long arms. So in here, this is mainly just like where I'll keep my current needing to reach for necessities, so I can just unzip it when I'm in class, pull it out if I need to take notes. So what I have right here is just a bunch of like different colored pins from Bic. I have a blue, a black, a red, and then a light blue as like a colorful one. And then in this little zipper compartment right here, I have a bunch of different colored highlighters. So I have a pink one, I have a yellow one, and I also have an orange one. I will be making a back to school organization video and study tips video for you guys. Please stay tuned for that because that is coming within the coming weeks. So I have that in there. And then they also have like another pouch within the pouch, which I thought was pretty cool. I keep my pencil pouch in here. So it's actually like a pouch within a pouch within a pouch, which is weird. But in this compartment, I just keep my pencil pouch. And this has like my easy to reach for pencils and extra things like that, so I can like take this out and put it in my binder, or I can take it out and put it on my desk, but I do like to store it in my backpack. So in here I have pins. I have a bunch of different colored pins because for me, and you'll probably see this in my study tips video, I like to color code things when studying, so stay tuned if you want to see how I do that in my next video. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. But I have a blue one, a green one, and two black ones because you can never go wrong with having a black pen, and then a red one, and those are always nice to keep in there for extra note taking and studying. And then in this second pouch, I just have more pencils, a pack that actually hasn't even been opened, and then I have more pins, colorful pins, and then I have two glue sticks. They're just the Elmer's glue re-stick. You guys probably saw this in my back to school supplies haul, but yeah, this is just in there as like my little supplies pencil pouch thing, because you always need pencils in school, or pens or glue. It's kind of like a given thing. Once again, that is just in there. And then on the bottom here, like I said, this goes so deep, so I even have stuff that goes all the way down here, which is cool. So right here, I just keep colored pencils, and personally, this is personal preference for me. I feel like you can be way more organized if you honestly just keep them in the pack that they come in. Don't like take them out and put them in a pencil pouch, because it's so much easier to find your colors that you need if you just have them in here, and then you can be like, oh, I want green, or oh, I want pink, vice versa. So I keep that in there. I did mention this in my back to school supplies haul that I'm always needing to use colored pencils in school for a weird reason. I know it's weird, right? But even if you don't think you'll get good use out of them, you know, you could always keep them in your backpack if you want to draw, or if you get bored at school, anything like that. And then the last things that I have in this compartment pouch, compartment pouch, is that even a word? I don't know, you guys, but I just made it one. The last thing I have in here is Post-it page markers. I really like these for studying as well, which you guys will see in my organization video soon. But I really, really like these just because they can either be used as bookmarks, you know, like, or page markers. But I sometimes mostly use them as like my own tabs. Like I make my own tab dividers in my notebooks, if that makes sense, like for each of my classes, which is pretty cool. So I keep those in there. Those are also unopened, just because they're extras. And then I also have some index cards that I have yet to use. I keep those in there because I don't use index cards a whole lot. I do use them to study, but they're not my favorite study method. But sometimes I'll use index cards if a teacher thinks we need to use one or anything like that, so I like to have those in there as well. Last but not least, in this pouch, I keep my emergency kit. If you guys would like to see my most updated emergency kit video for your girls, I will have a link down below, or you can click on it on the screen. This is the one that I actually made in April. For those of you asking, I will be posting a new one in the next few weeks. I'm just getting up some new products for it that I want to include in this year's emergency kit, so that will be coming. Be sure to turn my notifications on and subscribe so you can be notified when I post a new one. But in the meantime, you guys can go watch all of the previous year's emergency kits, all the way down to my fetus days a couple of like 4 years ago, so you guys can go watch that. I'll link those down below, and the most recent one on the screen. But in here, I just keep, you know, your basic necessities. I talk more about it more thoroughly in the emergency kit video, so you guys can go watch that. But I just have like powder, perfume, pads, tampons, panty liners, hand sanitizer, gum, like, you know, the essentials that you really need in your backpack in like an emergency kit. So that's always in there, stuffed somewhere in a pouch, specifically this one right here. So now I'm gonna finally show you guys what is in the, I like to call it the like main compartment, because this is where I keep like all of my school notebooks and stuff, and not just my supplies and knickknacks. So this is what it looks like in here, and basically I have things from folders to notebooks to binders, and just basically everything that holds all of the classwork that I have for all of my classes stays in this huge compartment. And I'm sure once school actually starts for me, which is in like a week or so, I will have way more textbooks and things like that to be putting in here. So I'll go over really quick what I have in here. The first thing that I have is this huge like 200 page, I think it's like 220 page 5-star like notebook, and I need this for composition class just because I'm doing comp 1 and comp 2, so the whole year I'm taking both of them in 1 year, so both semesters. So I needed this big notebook with the tab dividers and a bunch of different things like that in there, so that takes up a lot of space, but I just mainly use this as my one-stop shop for that class, so I keep that in my backpack. That's definitely an essential for me. And then I also keep my binder. As of right now, I only have one binder. I'm sure I might have to add more to my locker, or take things out of my backpack and add more binders. But as of right now, I just have this one that I got from Staples in here. And at the moment, it doesn't have much in it. It just has my notebook from 5-star, and then it has a few tab dividers that still obviously need to be filled once school starts. So that is kind of what we're looking at right now that I keep in my book bag. But this will probably most likely always stay in my book bag unless it just gets too heavy one day and I need to put it in a locker or something. So, but for now, it's going to stay in my book bag. This is definitely an essential, obviously, because you need your classwork in your book bag. That's why you have one. So I highly recommend trying to fit most of your things in your book bag, whether it be, you know, sizing down on binders, getting less heavier ones, or just cutting out binders, you know, all in all, and just getting folders, because it is way lighter and it like stops you from having to go to your locker every period, which I think is a really nice tip. That's what I like to do personally. Last two things in the main compartment are 3 folders, obviously for 3 different classes. You know, you have your 5 main subjects, so you want to make sure you have at least 5 different things, whether it be folders or binders, to organize all your classes. That's my way of doing it. Now, if you like to put everything in one big binder and then just use tab dividers, that's all you, but I just feel like that's way too cluttered to me, so I just keep 3 folders in my backpack as well, just to separate some of my classes. So last but not least, you guys, we have one final little pouch left in my book bag. I like this because, once again, this is seriously huge, and guys, it goes so, like, the depth of this thing is crazy. I keep a couple of extra things in here as well in the back, and sometimes I'll keep a laptop in there too if I need to, but most of the time I don't ever bring a laptop to school unless I'm notified that I need to bring one. But I keep some college ruled loose leaf paper in here to put in my binder if I run out of notebook paper for whatever reason. Then also in here, I keep an extra notebook, and this is actually what I'm going to be using as my actual planner this year, because personally, I don't know, I feel like planners are a waste of money for me because I don't feel like I use them that much for school. I use like life planners for like life events, but just for school and writing down assignments, this is kind of all I need. Is just this mini 5-star notebook that kind of looks like a planner, and I thought with tab dividers I can pretty much make my own planner and save a little bit of money. So I also keep that in there. And you guys, that is actually the last thing, and that is everything that was in my backpack for this year. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you already have my notifications on, comment down below. But if you don't, I would love it if you could turn my notifications on. That way you'll know when I keep uploading my back to school series, because it is not over yet. So if you guys want to see more back to school videos from me, subscribe, turn on my notifications. If you're new to the family, welcome. But I love you guys so much. And that was all for this video. So I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.